Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the War for Cybertron Kingdom Core Class Megatron. What we're going to do with this video then, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at everything that comes inside the packaging. We're going to do some comparisons with him and some other Megatrons and some other figures in the same toy line. But before we do all that, we've got to have a look at this gorgeous artwork of him right there in the packaging. So that's a brilliant cartoon accurate drawing of Megatron there. The figure itself is looking really good, and I know this came out last year and I've been meaning to do this for absolutely ages. I've just not had time to get around to it. We can see, of course, his alternate mode is the tank, and you know, it's 12 steps, which I think is quite intricate and quite detailed for a smaller figure. And again, these core class figures, I've already done one for Soundwave and one for Optimus Prime, and I just think that they're brilliant. They're so clever. Let's have a look at it then. Let's see if I can open this relatively well without damaging all of it, because I do like to try and keep the boxes, even if it's just something like this. Now I imagine the best way to go looking at this will be across the bottom. We can already clearly see that the instructions are there as well, so I'm going to come relatively neatly without cutting myself. Yep, that's the best way that I would advise people to do it, because then you can slide out the instructions, and then I'm going to pull the figure out. There we go, just about got away with that, so it's still presentable if I want to put it back in. There he is in his little box, and his little plastic casing, and again he looks really good. So I'm just going to quickly cut him out of that and I'll be right back with you. Okay then, here we are, and I've freed him from his little plastic casing and he looks brilliant. Before we have a quick look at him, you can see there that the packaging has managed to go in and it still looks pretty much intact, so I definitely suggest cutting it open that way if that's what you're looking to be doing yourself. So we've got the instructions here, which in all honesty I'm probably going to be referring to in a second. We've got the little blaster that comes with him. It's obviously got the smaller port and the larger port. And then if we have a look at the figure itself, again, this is just simply stunning. The detail on it is brilliant. I'd heard lots of good things about this. To be honest, I've not really seen any reviews on it. I like to look at these figures with a fresh pair of eyes every time I do a review on the new ones. Yeah, the head's just rotating. It's not twisting, or sorry, it's not nodding up and down. The arms, you've got movement up to this top part. You can't turn the shoulder bit around, but there's enough in there. You can see the ball and socket joint, and of course in the bicep, and that means it'll turn all the way around right down to the forearm. The waist, there is actually a full waist swivel, as well as the hips coming all the way up and down, knee tilt, and there's even, is there, or is that just, no, it looked, I thought it was going to be an ankle rocker, but there's not. But you know, for a tiny little guy like this, it's, the detail's stunning. I really like it, and it's a bit like the Optimus Prime. It's just a scaled down version of the Voyager class. Now with this gun, if you wanted to, you can store it in the back there, but we're going to have a look at him, pose him a little bit more in a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert him into his tank first and foremost. Right, and again, never done this, so let's hope it's not too difficult. So there we go, we've got the instructions. We're going to turn the gun out at first, well, the cannon shall we say, and then because this is a ball and socket, we can rotate this like so. Perfect. So we're rotating the hand out of the way like that. There we go. Then what we're going to do, we're going to bring the backpack down and underneath, and this is what I mean about, it's a bit like the Siege one. We're going to fold the arms up together, not the Siege, the Voyager one, sorry, but of course the Siege Voyager, and you can see that that's pretty much identical to what you would do with the much bigger figures. So the arms and the cannon, they've all folded in together and joined just like that. It's a little bit more tricky due to the size, but the whole, I suppose the main principle, as you can see, is still there. Yep, and it's going to click together as well like that. Then it looks like we're going to bring the front bit down completely, lock that into place. Now the legs have got a joint there in the knees where we can fold it out and compress them into each other like so. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing it right. So double fold, so you can see we're going to click that into there. But before we do so, there's a little tab there which you heard click in, and now that'll, oh, I've got it totally upside down because what I forgot to do was spin the waist around. Wow, there you go, nearly got away with that, but obviously not. Now I can click that into place. I'll click the back leg into place first and foremost there, and then there we go. So, and of course, a bit like, well, not a bit like, exactly like the Voyager version, what you then do, I had the cannon the wrong way around as well, so many mistakes. But there you go. So I've turned the cannon around. We can take the little gun and then put it in the front. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Look at it, it looks good. It's not as good as the robot mode, it isn't as good. It's still good though for a small figure. It does look very, very good. All right, I'm going to quickly transform him back then, because I'm going to be displaying him in his robot mode, and I'm going to do it the proper way now because I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to fold the legs out and fold them into each other like that. I'm going to then fold the arms out over the way, spin the midsection around at the waist, bring the arms right out the way, fold the backpack right over and down, and here we go. Turn the forearms back around till you can see the little fist. Same with this side, and then of course spin the cannon round, which I forgot to do, and there we go. Brilliant, lovely, lovely. What I'm going to do of course now is put the little gun in this hand, and as I say, he's just, the detail on these are brilliant. And again, I'm quite new to all this. I know there's lots of companies out there like New Age and Doctor Who who are already making amazing Legends figures, and I suppose it's about time that Hasbro and Takara caught up, because these little guys are brilliant. And you know, the rumours are that we're going to get a Shockwave one of these size figures early next year as well, and they all look brilliant. They do scale incredibly well, and again, they look stunning. One last thing to do, I know that he's nothing like this at all. This is of course Generation 1 Megatron, and if he's not going to turn into a gun, and if he is going to turn into a tank, then I've got to be honest, this is my other favourite version of him. Just think that that version is stunning. And let's be honest, there's the size difference, but the transformation process is so similar. Brilliant, brilliant, genius little figures. Really enjoying these. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you obviously will learn from my little mistakes as I was doing the transformation for yourself as well. And yeah, hope it helped do your decision if you wanted to get one for yourself. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.